I feel like Hollywood's pretty much lost everybody at this point. I mean, we see that Avatar really didn't move the needle with American audiences. It's doing okay internationally, but it's still not living up to its $2 billion budget at the end of the day. We're seeing that the Marvel movies really have gotten people fatigued. We're seeing that the DC stuff is getting scrapped left and right because it's just a disaster. They're rebooting everything. So it's like all of these movie franchises have just cause people to walk away with cringe. Now they'll say in Hollywood they'll ignore it and be like, "Oh, it's just market saturation," but it's really not. It's the fact that they're just not making good movies, and they're not even attempting to make good movies for the most part. They're just churning out this content which just has all this woke nonsense and crap and replacement characters that nobody cares about at the end of the day. I was on a stream last night of a channel called Society Reviews, which is a good channel. Look that up if you haven't already. And they were showing a graph of all the movies coming out next year, and it's like 30 major, fantasy, superhero, sci-fi, nerd movies or whatever. And there's like maybe 3 of them that are even interesting at all. And even those are like, I mean, I guess they're interesting. It's not like exciting stuff. There hasn't really been anything exciting in a long time, and they really have just run out of creativity in those circles. And it's starting to show right now, starting to show with Indiana Jones. Gosh, why are they even making this movie, guys? I have no idea. But we'll get to that in just a second. My name is John Delarose. If you're new to the channel, I'm a #1 best-selling author, an award-winning comic creator, and I've been doing this for years, making awesome stories. I've been doing stuff with passion, with persistence, that you can only get from independent authors. This is the place where you're going to come for an alternative to Hollywood, something where you can get a story that rings true. If you like superheroes, if you like Superman, Batman, any of that kind of stuff, you're going to really enjoy Flying Spark. So I would encourage you to sign up. It doesn't cost you anything. Just hit this little green button in the corner, and when I launch my Kickstarter later this month, you'll get a nice notification so you can check out the book. This is going to be a great one, guys. We've been years in the making on this. Flying Sparks overall has made more than $100,000 in sales, so I appreciate you guys for being there. It's crushing it, and it's going to be even better this year. Thanks so much. Okay, the story of the day. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Reportedly pacing far behind Transformers Rise of the Beasts and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in audience interest. Now, this is a big news for me. Of course, they're doing the gender-swapped Indiana Jones, where Harrison Ford, it's much like every show that they do. When they bring back your Memberberry's character, your Luke Skywalker, who's too old to be the action hero, your Picard in the Star Trek realm, who's too old to be the action hero. They always have a nice, strong female lead to replace them, who's even better. And she's going to walk around and lecture him about how, you didn't do things like this like in the old days, and it's modern times now, and woman's ruling. It's so cringy. We know exactly how this is going to go. And that's exactly why audiences are not interested in this whatsoever. It's just going to be another train wreck. Now, what's really telling to me is it's pacing behind Transformers and Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Now, both of those franchises already, by themselves, have actually kind of alienated their audiences to some degree. Now, not like on a lot of them, these films are actually not quite as bad as like what's been coming out of most of Disney Marvel, or most of Disney Star Wars, or anything like that, or Amazon Rings of Power. It goes on and on. But the Transformers and Guardians of the Galaxy, the last few films have been kind of lackluster. Volume 2 for Guardians of the Galaxy was not nearly as good as Volume 1 was. It really didn't have that gravitas, that fun factor to it. And Transformers really just has gone too far. It really it's too much. I liked the first one, but I was done at that point, and I think most people were too. And then they kept coming out with movie after movie after movie after movie. Now, some of them are kind of fun, and like I said, Volume 2 of Guardians of the Galaxy isn't like a bad movie by any stretch of the imagination. It's just not there where the first one is. So these are not things that are getting audiences hyped. These are not brands that are getting people going, yes, I want to go to the movie theater for the most part already. So if Indiana Jones is trailing behind those, it's really going to be in trouble at the box office right away. And we're going to see, of course, when this comes out, how cringy this is, and if those audiences are walking away from another strong female lead replacement character that's doing the same woke nonsense every single time, you guarantee that it's going to not be very good after that first drop-off week. So we'll see how it goes. We'll be monitoring this as it comes out. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate you guys being there. Hit the like and subscribe button, and make sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Are you planning on seeing any of these 3 movies? I don't know. I might see Guardians of the Galaxy. That's me. I might, but that's about it. Let me know. See you guys soon.